Hi, I'm Dr. Meg Warren, Assistant Professor of Management at Western Washington University in the United States. My co-authors, Scott Donaldson, Ju Young Lee, and Stuart Donaldson from Claremont Graduate University and I are excited to share a brief overview of our article titled Reinvigorating Research on Gender in the Workplace using a Positive Work and Organizations Perspective, published in the International Journal of Management Reviews. So you may wonder, why does research on gender in the workplace need reinvigorating, and what is a positive work and organizations perspective? So let's start with the first. In 2015, one of the most influential journals in our field, the Academy of Management Journal, released a special issue on gender in management. The editors of this issue undertook a review of 5 decades of empirical research on gender issues published in the Academy of Management Journal. One of their key findings was that the research is stagnating. Dominant frameworks like stereotyping and prejudice are being overused, and there's a lack of innovation. Our paper is a response to this call for reinvigoration and innovation in research on gender in the workplace. Now, what is a positive work and organizations perspective, and why would this help? The positive work and organizations, or the PWO perspective, refers to this body of work that has developed under positive psychology, positive organizational scholarship, and positive organizational behavior streams of research. The focus of these streams collectively is to understand and explore how organizations can flourish. Simply put, a thrust of much mainstream organizational research looks at how organizational issues and dysfunctions can be eliminated so that normalcy can be restored or achieved. In contrast, the PWO perspective places the end goal far beyond this and asks, how can employees thrive and organizations flourish? So taking this perspective implies asking different questions, such as how can gender research in the workplace be enriched through a study of human strengths and values, and authentic leadership, and life-giving team dynamics, and organizational virtuousness. In our paper, we conducted a systematic review of 16 years of research published in 21 of the most influential management and psychology journals to synthesize the research that takes a PWO approach to gender. And through our review, we found that gender research from a PWO perspective falls within one of 4 themes. The first theme is performance. Here we see research on how women in organizations can perform well and be successful, and how organizations led by women can also perform well and be successful. The second theme in this literature is about women in teams, so how gender diverse teams can be cohesive and team members can have positive work relationships. The third theme is well-being, how women can experience well-being at work and have work and life balance. And finally, the fourth theme is justice, how leaders and organizations can authentically enact their values to be inclusive, how they can be intrinsically motivated to pursue justice rather than simply as a means to an instrumental end goal. By critically examining the strengths and limitations of this work, we identify a few gaps in the research and offer several suggestions for future research on PWO approaches to gender diversity and inclusion. So for instance, engaging men as allies and champions for gender equity, and investigating what authentic allyship driven by compassion and humility might look like. Collectively, we organize all of these findings into a model that depicts how organizations can flourish through a PWO approach to gender diversity and inclusion. Our hope is that the findings of this paper and the theoretical model will stimulate new ideas and insights and invigorate scholars to explore PWO approaches to gender in the workplace. This paper is also accompanied by a teaching guide for professors interested in using this as a part of their gender or diversity courses. This guide provides additional reading materials, discussion questions, and project ideas. We hope you will enjoy this paper and the teaching guide. Thank you for listening.